Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Exciting times, lots going on. We've got a new setter video that we're going to be putting up tomorrow. So the next one after this video will be a new video from an expert setter on how they set a Sudoku that's appeared on the channel. Really looking forward to that. That'll be tomorrow. That will join the stable of, well, Demono was the last one to talk us through his setting of a puzzle, which was a really interesting video. That is also on the channel, along with all our content, of course. And on Patreon, there's more. There are videos on Simon solving Sisyphus and the snooker puzzle lately. Every month we show how to solve that month's reward puzzle. Still not looking forward to having to put together a video on build your own Sudoku, but it will have to be done. Now, I received an email from John Landers in Australia who said he sent a puzzle and said that his main reason for emailing is that he's not sure where he can share it. I've registered myself on Logic Masters Germany, he says, but I don't really understand how the site works or how to actually upload my puzzle on there, and I wondered if there's somewhere else that gets frequented by people who like these types of puzzles. Well, the answer is our Discord community. So in the links in the description field under this video, if you expand that, you'll see a link to the description, to the Discord site. And if you go there, there are some very helpful moderators and a very warm community who will not only be interested in reviewing and rating your puzzle, but will help with setting advice and all kinds of things. Now, this puzzle that you've sent us is going to get shared here because I'm going to have a go at it on the channel. This is a disjoint killer Sudoku by John. And yeah, I mean, also in that description field, you can find the link to how to play this puzzle, as well as all the information about our apps and Patreon and so on. And we do recommend the apps. We are still getting great reviews on them. Anyway, what have we got going on in this puzzle? So this is a disjoint subset Sudoku. So that means that each digit must occupy each possible position in a 3x3 box. Now, what does each possible position but mean? Well, one of the possible positions is top left in a 3x3 box. One is middle left, one is top right, and so on. So we sometimes call these positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, analogous to the box numbers that we use. But the point of the rule is that the number 1 must appear in each one of those positions in this puzzle. So once in the top left, well, let's say once in the central cell there, then once in the middle center, once in the top center, once in the top left, once in the middle left, once in the bottom left, once in the top right, once in the middle right, once in the bottom right. That would theoretically be a possible disposition of the ones. And the same applies to every digit in the puzzle. That's a disjoint subset rule. Now, we've also got some killer cages. They are all linear, so they clearly can't contain repeats, but the sum of the cage is given. And we've got a few x's, and x joins any two cells, not any two cells. X joins two cells that add up to 10, but not all possible x's are given. So we don't have a negative constraint here. So that's the puzzle. Do give it a try on the link under the video. I'm going to try it now and we'll see how we get on. Let's get cracking. Right. This 13 has already got a 7 in it. So it either needs a 2-4 pair or a 1-5 pair to make up the other 6. Hang on. This X is in a column with 1, 4, and 7 already gone. So it can't be made up of 1, 9, 3, 7, or 4, 6. The other pair that adds up to 10 is 2, 8. That's going to work up here as well. 1, 2, and 3 being gone means this has to be a 4, 6 pair. And then on the other side of this, yes, we can do this digit now. This, oh no, hang on, we can't. Those have to add up to 11. That's 5 or 7. Sorry, my math's letting me down. This one, yes, again, 3, 7, 6, 4, 9, 1 are all gone. So that's forming a 2, 8 X-wing with that, by which I mean that since the numbers 2 and 8 must both appear in those two dominoes, we can't have a 2 or 8 anywhere else in the rest of those rows. or columns. So that could be useful. This bottom end of the 18 cage must now be a 1 or a 7. So there's no total giveaways here. And that's, oh no, hang on. I was going to say that's used up all the X's that are in the rows of givens. You see how the givens very neatly, not only are the numbers 1 to 9 in order, but they're all fulfilling the absolute middle cell of the box. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Anyway, this one can't, this one's much harder. This can't be 2, 8. But actually, we can't rule out 1, 7, 4, 6 or 9, 3 from that at all. So not so useful. Let's have a look at this column. We've got 9, 2, 8, 6 and a 3 already gone in it. Everything else is 1, 4, 5 or 7. I didn't see this X. That has to be 6, 4. Now we're away. Now we know that this can't be a 2, 4 pair because the 4 in the row is gone. That's going to mean these other two cells in row 8 are a 2 and a 3. No, we're not away. I thought we might be. Maybe, 7, 2, 4, 8, 1. These have to add up to 8, and they can't be 7, 1, and now they can't be 2, 6. So they are 3, 5. Everything I do, I think, is going to open up some vista of possibilities, and it doesn't. These are from 7, 8, and 9. I know that because they can see a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4, 6 pair, and also a 3, 5 pair. But that doesn't get much done. This array of X's around the 5 looks like it's a lot of information, but it's not really. It's just telling us that 2 and 8 are paired up, 3 and 7, 4 and 6, and 1 and 9. I suppose 2 and 8 can only be in those two places, and 4 and 6 in those. Going to have to use some of these outside cages. What's up with 27? 27 is only leaving another 18 for the other 4 cells. That is because of the rule of 45, the knowledge bomb that we sometimes share with our favourite listeners is that the numbers 1 to 9, which occupy each row, column and 3 by 3 box, add up to 45. So if you deduct 27 from that, you're left with 18. Now, that is going to mean that if this was a 7, this can't be a 9. In fact, can it even be a 6? 27, 34, 40. Yes, it can. Okay. Three, 4. Tricky. I just need to have a bit more of a think about this, actually. Oh, hang on. Now, that is an interesting question. I suddenly started thinking about that 2 and 8 thing. We worked out that 2 and 8 can't be those two X's. 2 and 8 must be a pair on an X in the central box. It can't be those two because whatever this cell would be, it would clash with 2 and 8. Now, this is a 2-8 pair as well. So that can't be 2, 8. And that can't be 2, 8. And we know from earlier on that that can't be 2, 8. So 2, 8 is a pair sitting there because of this X-wing. But I can't do the same with 4, 6, unfortunately. So that was quite a limited gain there. But 2 has to be in one of these 3 cells. Oh, no, not in that one because of the X-wing again. So 2 is definitely in one of those 2. So I'll corner mark that. I'm going to go back to thinking about this 27 here. Or maybe this one. 27 plus a 5, 32, 39. If this was a 5 and this was 27, that's already 32 in the column. This would have to be at least a 7. That's 39. The most these two could add up to is 6. And they couldn't include a 1. So this is all based on this being a 5. That couldn't include a 1 because there's already a 1 in the box. Down here there's a 1 in the 13 cage. There can't be another 1 here. I don't know how to use this, and I don't think the disjoint subset rule's useful yet. We need to get some digits in place before we can use that. Oh, what about this 21 then? Maybe this needs a high number here, and this 27 needs a low one. Now that's an interesting thought. 21 plus the highest possible here. The highest possible of those two is 7 and 3, 31. These other two cells would have to add up to 14. So the minimum they could be is 5. Now that is interesting down here. 27 plus the minimum there, 5, is 32. Plus the minimum here, 6, is 38. That says that this cannot be a 7. That's our first digit in the grid. It's a 1. If it was a 7, we'd need a 0 here, and we're not allowed that. So 1 there. That gives us 8 here. That fixes this X-wing of 2 and 8. Now, we don't have 1 in those cells anymore. And now look, we get a 4, 5, 7 triple in the box, which is very helpful. We can make that a 6 as a result. This is now 8 or 9, I think, which is quite punchily high, isn't it? 21 plus the maximum there, 31. Still 14 on the outside. That hasn't changed, obviously. And what's the minimum? 21, 23, 28, 36. Yeah, that doesn't fix that. Oh, this can't be an 8 anymore, though. So now 27 plus 1 is 28. If this was a 9, 37, the only way to fit these in would be a 5 and a 3. If it's a 6, though, then 27, 28, 34, these two would add up to 11, which would make this a 4 or 6. So it's 3, 4, or 6. Have we got any more done? This can't be the 4, 6 pair. I was wondering if that 4 stopped that being a 4, 6 pair. I don't think it does. It's definitely got to do with these outside numbers. Let's have a look at this 27 again. 27, if this was a 5, 32, the minimum 39, that would have to be a 2, and that could be a 4. It can just work. Maybe it's going to be a matter of balancing all these outside cages. Or maybe I am missing a deduction here. 27 plus 1 is 28. If that's a 6, then these have to add up to 11, but not using a 6. In fact, there'd have to be 7 here and 4 here if that's a 6. If, on the other hand, it's a 9, these have to be 3 and 5. Right, so that is either 7 or 5, and this is either 3 or 4. I think those are the only possibilities. I'm just going to go through that again. 27 plus 1 is 28, plus 6 needs another 11, which can't be done with 6 and 5. I think 9 is too high here. Yes, it is. So it can't be 2, 9. Could it be... could this be an 8? Is that something I've missed? Because if not, I'm going to fill in 8 in the bottom row. 27 plus 6, 30, plus 1, 28, plus 6, 34, plus 8 there. But this can't be as low as 3 for this column. 21 plus the biggest, 28, 37, 40. No, this can't be as low as 3. Right. So this can't be 8. So 8 in the bottom row is here. That means this isn't 8. 8 is one of those 3, which is not that powerful, probably. Those are from 3, 4, 6, and 9. That doesn't really get anything done. Okay, so am I closer? I think I'm left with this either being, weirdly, either a 3-5 pair or a 4-7 pair. Ah, so that's a 5-7 pair in the final column. Look at that. 12 plus 21 is 33. These two have to add up to 12, and now they have to be 9 and 3. That is a very nice way to get into this puzzle. Right, 3 there, 2 there. We can take out the pencil mark. That 9, not really getting anything done across the top. This hasn't resolved this business along the bottom at all. Right, let's have a look along the top. 24 plus 9 is 33. These other 3 have to add up to 12, so we can forget this being an 8. 4, 3, and 5. Something below 5. That has to be 5, 4, or 2. Can't be a 3 because there's definitely a 3, and actually there's definitely a 5 in one of those cells. So it's 2 or 4 there. Now, let's try this column again. This is fun, actually. 27 plus, what's the minimum from these 3 cells? Another 6, 33. That's far too small. We'd only get up to 42. So we can't be using the minimum of those 3. In fact, I have a feeling that might rule out 1 from here at all. 28 there. We'd need another 17, which could only be done 4, 9, 4. No way. So that's a 5. Right, now 32. Now it's probably going to be a bit harder to make up this sum to 13. Don't think this can be a 9. There's no way to get that done. 8, 2, 3, or 7, 2, 4. And either way round, this is a 2. Now let's try the top row again. 24 plus 2 is 26, plus 9 is 35. These two have to add up to 10, so we know them. 3 and 7. That 7 sorts out the triple in box 3. The 3 sorts out the pair. That's really very neat. So I haven't filled in 1 digit in this cage, but I know now that it's 1, 4, 5, 8, 6. That's 1 or 8. Oh, so the 4 goes here. Now I filled in 1 digit in it. That's 1 or 6. This can't be 4 or 8. And I don't have much restriction on that one. Now, still haven't restricted these down. Yeah, and that's got a very odd relationship where they come to very different sums depending on what that is. What about this middle box? Has that got any more? Oh no, look, 5 there, sorry, we can do that, 7. That goes with a 4, I remember. So 11, 12, 39, this is a 6, and that finishes column 2. We can fill in the last digit in column 8 as well. 4, 6, 8, 1, 7, that's 2, 3, 5, and 9 to go in there. The middle one can't be a 5. That 6 actually has resolved this 4, 6. Oh, I didn't see this was another X-wing, just like the 2, 8 one. That's very neat. Right, 1, 4, 7 here. This is therefore 9, 6, or 3. This is also 1, 4, or 7, but it can't be a 4. So that's not a 6. That's not a 4. We know where 4 goes in the row is there. We've now got a 1, 7 pair in column 6. And that makes this one a 5 now, with 9 and 3 still to complete the column. That's a 3, 9 pair at the bottom, so we know where 5 goes. This is an odd pair, by which I mean it can't be 2, 8, or 4, 6, so it's made up of odd numbers. That gives us a 1, 3, 7, 9 quadruple, so I can fill in 6 and 4 there. Got a 3, 9 pair in the column. 8, 4, 5, 2. Ooh, Doesn't finish off that cell for me. This can't be a 6, so the 6 in the top row is here. This is a very neatly done puzzle. John, you'll be welcomed into the community at Discord, I can tell you. 3 and 9 as a pair there. 5 and 6, we can fill them in. Haven't actually used the disjoint subset rule yet at all, but I'm not forgetting it. I just haven't needed it. 2 and 1, 8. So probably going to need it in a moment, I would think. 3, 7, 9 there. We get a 4 here and a 1, 8 pair. This must be determinable from the sum. 27, 32, 36, 38. That's a 7. Look at that. We're getting all these outside boxes done now. That's become a 7. This is an 8, 6 pair that can be filled in. 3 or 9 there. We've lost the 1 from the column, so that's a 3, 7 pair. So actually, these are getting done. Maybe we won't need the disjoint subset rule. 9 has fixed that. 4, 9, 6, 1, 8. They are resolved. 2, 5 and 7. We know where the 5 goes. Then we're left with a 2, 7 pair. That can't be a 9, so we're placing 9. And down here we've got 1, 3 and 6. We can do the 6. 1, 3. And I think then we are left with, this looks like a deadly pattern to me, that only the disjoint subset rule will resolve. So we're going to only need it once. Look, 7 in position 4 means that this has to be a 3. And that is probably going to fix the whole puzzle. That's really, really nice, actually. I don't know if that's how you would solve it, but it works. And it means that that disjoint subset rule is only needed once at the end, but it is needed. And it probably could have helped earlier if I'd been using it in tandem with the other rules. Really neat to get through that, though. It's quite hard to use the disjoint subset rule because when you're already scanning rows, columns, and boxes, the disjoint subset's like a 4th dimension that you have to keep your eye on. And to be honest, I'm quite glad I didn't have to. There were probably any number of ways of breaking that last pattern using the rule. But it's a really neat idea and a very, very pretty conception with this ring of cages around the grid. I really like that. Thank you very much, John, for sending it. Certainly, I hope this one will be popular and any future puzzles you do. And as I say, definitely check out the Discord server. That is where to go. Let's just check. And thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you again soon on the channel. Bye for now.